I drove deep into Hollywood to catch up with singer-songwriter Renee Stahl. She describes her musical style as music that makes you feel happy and sad at the same time. Renee felt that the music on her follow-up album sounded a bit more optimistic, which led her to title the album Hopeful Romantic. She describes the general sound of this album as on the electronic side, or as some call it, folktronica. Most of the songs on the record were produced by Bill Loeffler, with additional production by James Hood. Here now on Innerviewworld.com is Renee Stahl. You have an interesting approach to songwriting, writing as though the song you're working on would be the last song you would ever write. Why do you take that approach?
Because you have to capture that moment, whatever's going on in your life, you know. And I also always say, I try to write songs, and then you think you're never going to write another song after you write one. And I have this thing where when I co-write with people, I say, you know, I could die now after you write this song. So I don't really think of it as, I never think of it like that, that approach of this must be like the perfect song. I try to write whatever's coming to me.
Where did you grow up at?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Really? And how did you end up in LA?
I lived in New York City. I moved to New York City when I was 18 years old to pursue an acting career and do some music as well. And then I moved to Los Angeles in '92 to be in a film.
And you never left?
I never left. I thought I was going back, and I stayed. Yeah. Gladly. I like it here.
Where do you draw your inspiration for your material?
Well, every song is different. Some of the songs I wrote on the last record were from Hopeful Romantic. I saw this man in his car. That inspired one song. Boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, relationships that aren't going so well. Sometimes I'll see somebody on the street. I'm actually starting to write more from other voices. Like I'll see somebody and I'll, you know, write what I think they would say. So, but I think a lot of my songs are more personal and kind of storytelling.
You said you've never had any formal music training. And as it turns out, you kind of like it that way. Why? I did.
I mean, I studied when I was in high school and junior high school with, you know, I was in singing groups, and I took singing lessons, but I've never taken theory or, you know, I never went to school for it. And I think I always thought it was going to hinder me, you know, from finding really cool tunings on the guitar, because I would make up tunings, and I thought if I knew too much that it would, you know,
stifle.
Change. Yeah. But I actually, as I get older, I feel like I want to know more, and I want to learn, you know, the right way, and then mix in my little, you know, my fun stuff. It turns out, though, you know, when I actually teach a guitar player how to play my songs, the tunings actually just help me write them, and then they take it and put it in a regular tuning, and I can see how you can actually play it in a regular tuning. But it's fun. I like to change it up a little.
How did you start working with James Hood, and what was that like?
James Hood, I love James Hood. I met James through Hugo Verker, and he actually started working on my music before I even met him. And then I met him, and I just love him. He is so much fun. He started kind of doing some remixes and remixing some of the songs, and then we started getting together and collaborating. And he's great to work with. And I love his other music, the Mood Swings. Do you know his other?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah. How is this release different from your first?
The first one I put out on my own, and I just sold it at my shows and on my website or CD Baby. And then this one I had a deal with Barnes & Noble, and I went on a tour last year, and I you know, I got to sell a lot more CDs than I did the first one. They had them in all the stores and on their website, and I got to tour and do that and get it out there.
How difficult was it to get your CD on with Barnes & Noble, considering it was just your second release?
Well, Hugo was really responsible for that, and he got me a deal as a Barnes & Noble exclusive artist, and I think they just really fell in love with the music. I think they just responded to it, and it moved them. So I think they really just gave it a chance, which I'm really grateful for.
You recently have become a mom. How is it Amelia?
Amelia.
Amelia. How has she changed your life?
She just opens me up more. I'm just so, I'm just in awe, really. It's just incredible. And I sing more. I mean, not that I wouldn't sing, you know, I'm singing like every day, all the time.
Sure.
I would sing when I was writing, or, you know, sing in my car, but like we sing together all the time, and it's amazing. It's just incredible. And then I also did the record, the Lullaby record that I put out last year as well, and that's been incredible too. Barnes & Noble's also selling that CD as well.
Okay. And has that hindered your touring at all, or?
She came on the road with me.
Great.
My mom was the roadie for half of the tour. She's traveled so much. She's, you know, we didn't go to like tons of places. I think I played in like 8 or 9 stores, some in LA and on the West Coast and some on the East Coast, and we targeted certain stores. But she's great, and she would dance to the music when I'd be singing and point and say "Mama," and it was really fun. So it was great having her there.
I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with Innerviewworld.
Thank you.